Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Bournemouth career mode on FIFA 21. Today we are going to kick off with a game away at Anfield against Liverpool, who are currently top of the league, so that's going to be fun. We're going to be finishing off the month of December in highlight fashion, the month of January, not December. We're in the January transfer window. We've obviously got Brentford, Southampton and Watford, so three very winnable games there that could take us into maybe the top 8. But I'm not expecting much from Liverpool, from the game against Liverpool, I'm expecting much from their team, obviously. Anyway, so yeah, this is that's going to be the January transfer window. I think we're going to cut the highlights in half. So we're going to do 4 games, then finish off the window, just in case something might happen. And then we're going to do the month of February with Wolves, Leicester and Tottenham Hotspur. So obviously we got knocked out of the FA Cup by Bolton Wanderers in the first round. Don't really care. So yeah, hopefully we can push ourselves up the table a little higher. The really tough games are going to come in February, where we have Wolves and Spurs and Leicester and all that, and obviously Liverpool up next. But let's stop talking about it and get straight into it. Of course, Anfield up first. Real life, they're the current holders of the Premier League. And how would we fare in this one after scraping a point at home last time we played these guys? We had the first 2 chances with Lundstrom and David Neres there. Alisson was equal to it both times. Then at a corner, Ake's looping header was then cleared away by Andy Robertson. Salah had a free kick a couple minutes out from half-time. Tame shot saved by Marek Rodak. And surely we weren't going to give away a goal for half-time. But we were, though. Sadio Mane makes it 1-0 on the stroke of half-time. Seems to be a bit of a common theme this season. And I can tell you it's going to continue. But David Neres here, out of nowhere, straight away in the second half, has made it 1-1, equalising straight away. It seems to be that time you can score, that time frame that you can usually get those goals, just before and just after half-time, it seems. But they've worked this so well. What a brilliant goal that is by Liverpool. 69th minute, Salah scores. Mane and Firmino working well together. And Salah was just right place, right time. Williams went in central, so he couldn't mark the Egyptian. And then here he is again. Salah, definitely man of the match in this one. He works it well, getting past a few players. Selling Vasquez a sausage roll. And Roberto Firmino makes it 3-1. And that was the goal to end our hopes for that game. Liverpool deservedly won. Gave it a good crack in the first half, but that second half, apart from when we scored, was shambolic. And Liverpool got the result that they 110% deserved. Back at home for this one against Brentford, we had a huge game on our hands. Of course, beat them at their place 2-1, I believe, a couple of episodes ago. Here we go, Josh King in behind. I was going to go direct on goal, but I had that in my mind the entire time. That's exactly what I wanted to do, and that's exactly what Josh King did. He executed it to perfection over Raya, or Raya, however you say it, and we go 1-0 up against Brentford. I can tell you they didn't have many chances. Here's one of them. Ake with the tackle. Rodak gobbles up the save on the hour mark. And then John Lundstrom running through the defence here. He cuts back. I thought it would probably be a better effort, but Raya was in good position and the ball went into his hands pretty well. Look at this from Metham. Hunger to win it back. Gets a couple of passes going in the centre of the park. Up the wing to Lucas Vasquez. Danjuma's getting into the centre. Vasquez floats one in. And there it is. 2-0. 3 points wrapped up. A very solid performance. Probably the best of this episode that you're going to see. I'm not too sure, but yeah, we've definitely got the result that we deserved there. Brentford did do all right, but we were just all over them. Brilliant performance. I thought this was funny. You can see here, referee for our game against Southampton at home, Robert Jones. For those of you who don't know, that's my name. So I thought that was pretty funny how I was refereeing my own FIFA game. Billing gets us in behind early here. Danjuma in on goal. Surely he scores. I try to take it around him because it was early in the game. Not much pressure on me. Walker-Peters then gets Lundstrom's effort off the line. And then David Neres with some lovely feet here to toy with Ryan Bertrand. He ends up giving it to Cook. Linking up with Stacey. Neres on the ball again. Lovely intricate play. Lundstrom floats it over to King, who lobs the keeper. Absolutely sexy goal there from Joshua King. Just brilliant link-up play beforehand. As I said, sometimes we just get going. And that was one of those times. Lundstrom then plays through Danjuma, who scored against Brentford and has scored against Southampton half an hour in. We're 2-0 up against the closest thing we will ever have to a rival. And unfortunately, just 5 minutes out from half-time, Haller holds on to it well. Toko Ekambi, fantastic striker, so underrated in real life. I've said that multiple times. It was a good finish, good play from Haller. Defence is all over the place. Ake's out of position, it does have to be said. And then Rodak here throws it, and Williams lets him get to it. Toko Ekambi got tackled by Ake, who gave it straight to Genepo. Thankfully, Rodak made the save. But then Genepo's in again here. He gives it to Coop Mainers, however you say that name, and he made it 2-2. Unfortunately, we threw away a 2-goal lead and ended up drawing. So whilst it's still a fairly okay result to see where we are with our squad and all that, the fact we were 2-0 up, inexcusable. Can't believe we've actually dropped points there. Then we had Vicarage Road up next. Watford, of course. And as I said multiple times before, sometimes we just get going. We linked a few passes together in the middle of the park. Get a bit jammy there with John Lundstrom. Then we get it up the wing to Danjuma. Cuts inside. Lundstrom takes it perfectly. That's just a beautiful goal. It's incredible. Lundstrom has tried that a few times where he gets it on the edge of the box. Not often does he score from there. Usually it's him running into the box. But I've got to say, that is impressive from John Lundstrom. And that made it 1-0. And I don't know how Orsolini's pass here found Pusueto. But again, on the brink of half-time, it's 1-1. So that was frustrating. On the hour mark here, David Neres really wanted a goal. He took 2 shots here. King with a lovely control back to him. Neres unfortunately missed that finesse by a couple of millimetres. Watford had their own chance here. Rodak saved pretty well. And the last chance of the game, we brought on Stanislas. He found David Neres, who just used his final bit of energy for the game to get around the defence, around Kabasele, and score to make it 2-1. Get us the 3 points at Vicarage Road. A huge win. Gonna have to work on that celebration though. That's a bit dodgy, not gonna lie. But we did get the win, which is a big 3 points for sure. And that is gonna do it for these highlights. But we will be back with more after this ad break. No, after we finish off the January transfer window. Here we are on transfer deadline day, Monday the 31st of January 2022 in this career mode. As you can see, we have done nothing. Campos, the Sevilla man, has gone to Arsenal. There you go. Let's take a look at some of the top deals. I'm not going to spend as much time as I usually do looking at these because it just takes too long. But Yarzabal's gone to Bayern. Pogba has left for Barca for 100 million. Really? That's bizarre. He's in his prime. It feels like Pogba's got to be at least 30 in real life. It just feels like that, doesn't it? Got Serge Gnabry coming back to the Prem. That terrifies me. Oh, God. Chelsea are going to be mean. They've got Koulibaly and Gnabry coming in. We already know that Lukaku's gone. Oh, this must have been at the start of the year. Right. Okay, let's just look at 2002. Oh, my God. Koulibaly's already been at Chelsea. Wow, that's insane. We need to look for 2022 ones. Madison's gone to Everton. That's a good signing for them. We need to look at 2022. We've got Otavio heading to Lyon. There doesn't look like there's been too many big ones. As I say that, we've got Koundé, Eriksen, and Tete, the wonder kid from Shakhtar, all heading abroad. Eriksen has gone to Dortmund. That's quite interesting. We've also got Ocampos, as I saw before. Not really too many big ones in 2022, but Gnabry is definitely a huge one, along with Sarr going across to PSG. That is another good signing for them. I was looking at signing Sarr, and it said that they wouldn't budge because he was too important for them. That was back when we were in the championship, but doesn't really matter. Maguire's gone to Inter. Spurs have a backup for Harry Kane in Josef Martinez. So they're pretty much the big ones done for the window. So we will be wrapping up the transfer window here. Not going to be making any more signings until next season. And we've got a pretty good budget. You can see here we've got 25 million still left over. And this is our first season in the Prem. So it's pretty good. 730 mil was spent. That's quite a lot for the January transfer window. And while I'm here, I might show you what I've got going on in the youth academy. It's nothing special. These players are just here because it helps my manager rating, which is low for no reason. So I will be letting go of this guy, Jack Mason, because there's just no point keeping him in. But yeah, so this is what the thing's looking like. Ellis Drake looks like he could be a decent attacking midfielder, which is what I'm turning him into right now. So we'll see what the future holds for these guys, but ultimately I'm focused on first team football for now. Kicking off the highlights again after finishing the January transfer window, we had Wolves at the Molineux Stadium. Always a tough fixture this, especially for Bournemouth. Wolves were one of our bogey teams in the 2 years we faced them in the Premier League in their most recent stint, which they're still in, and they nearly score here. Raul Jimenez heads it over the bar, then does a cool little shimmy on the floor. Adama Traore was causing us problems all game. He scored the first goal here, getting it past Marek Rodak and thrashing it into the back of the net. It was a great finish. Brandon Williams with the tackle here. It goes straight back to Adama Traore. As I said, he was just causing us problems all game. He set up Neves, who easily could have made it 2-0, but didn't, thankfully. However, Neves' ball over the top was cleared by Stacey, but he just got it back, played it into Podence, who made it 2-0. So, yeah, unfortunately, we conceded a second goal there. Danjuma's shot went narrowly wide of the post there, but despite our best efforts, we still managed to lose 2-0. So that was unfortunate. The Foxes travelled to the Vitality Stadium next up, and, yeah, of course, Leicester City were awarded a shot here. I mean, Stacey should have gone to the ball, and Castagne had so much time to pick up the ball and have a shot. But Williams travelling in on the left-hand side here, pulls it back to Neres, and Luke Shaw blocked the shot. Williams here with a poor-headed clearance. Ayuso Perez has heaps of time to pick out Tielemans in the middle, and somehow he finishes that, despite all the midfielders and defenders that dropped back here. You know, there's so many players that could have just done something about that, and they kind of just stood there. And nothing else happened. Legit one of the most boring games ever. And we lost against Leicester. So 2 losses on the bounce. We're back at Dean Court here for Tottenham. Huge, huge game. Getting through a lot of games here. Towards the back end of each season, I seem to get through a lot of games in highlight form. It just seems to happen in a lot of career modes. Anyway, Danjuma with an absolutely beautiful bit of play there. Getting past heaps of players. Joel Matip, interesting signing. Brings him down. And we get ourselves a penalty. David Neres steps up. You know he's not missing. Beautiful finish there from the Brazilian. And Son coming forward here, the South Korean, into Harry Kane, who plays it into Dele Alli. But that save from Marek Rodak was top class, and we get it away. Then Son comes in, and how? How is that a penalty? Like, Chris Meffam, fair enough, he used his body, but you know you're allowed to do that in football, right? Justice as Harry Kane's penalty gets saved by Marek Rodak, who was easily man of the match today. Son's ball in is met by Kane. Somehow it doesn't go into the back of the net. Son here with another chance, and guess who's there again? It is Marek Rodak, the Slovakian. I think he's Slovakian. I hope he's not Slovenian, because I probably just offended every Slovakian. Not that any would be watching this video, but he makes another save here. We go down the other end. Lewis Cook does get the ball back into Neres, but it was blocked by Matip. And, yeah, not too much else happened throughout the game. Ali glided past Meffam, and Rodak made the injury time save. And I just wanted to show you here, I was playing about 7 at the back, at least. You know, Neres was a DM there. But that was just for the last few seconds of the game, just to make sure we got the 3 points. And after 2 losses to Wolves and Leicester, we then beat Tottenham. That is the definition of inconsistency. But we do get 3 points. We get the better of Jose Mourinho. Up the cherries. Well done, boys. And I've just simulated 2 matches to round off the month of March here. We won 1-0 against West Bromwich Albion. Unfortunately, we lost 3-1 at Goodison Park against Everton, but, you know, it is what it is, and I reckon we're probably somewhere around mid-table. I do apologise about how late this video was, really, in the scheme of things. I have started school back up, and I tried so hard to finish this just before the end of the holidays, and it didn't work. So now that I've got a tiny bit of spare time, I have worked on this a little more. So thank you guys for watching this video. I will try to get as many out as I can, and I will try my best. But you're going to have to bear with me for a sec. But thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see you later.